I'm Gemma Tong, I'm the company stage manager for Gentle Giant. I got into theatre and into stage management because I liked shows and I liked pantos and musicals, but never wanted to be an actor or a singer. So I started to look at what other jobs there were backstage, and I went to drama school and trained for 3 years. So instead of going to university to do a degree, I went to drama school to do a degree instead in stage management. Learned the job and learned what bits of the job you should do, and a few other bits of backstage work, so a little bit on lighting and a little bit on set painting and costumes, but it's stage management that I chose to do fully. On Gentle Giant, my job as company stage manager means that the company bit means that I have to look after the company and I have to make sure that everybody's happy and that nobody has any problems, and if they do have problems then I'm the first person that they should come to and I have to try and sort those out. In terms of a stage manager, when we get into the theatre and when we get into performances, it's my responsibility for whatever happens on that stage. So it's my responsibility to make sure that the show happens the same each night and that everybody's safe whilst they're on stage, and that if anything happens or if anything goes wrong, then that's my decision to make the decision of what to do. So I have to decide what to do and if there's a problem of how to fix it. That's what I do. With Gentle Giant, the big thing is probably the giant, that he's a puppet. He's made with like a metal framework inside that then gets put onto the actor or the singer, and that's quite interesting because you always have to make sure that the singer's comfortable with that, and then to move him you have to be very careful of moving him that we don't break him, because he's cost quite a lot of money to make, and it's just quite different because you're used to working with people at sort of a normal people size that suddenly is much bigger, and you sort of forget that actually he's not alive. He sort of becomes real to you. He's got a name in the rehearsal room and he becomes a character all on his own. So that's quite interesting. We've also got pyrotechnics or pyros in the show, which if people have seen before are like a little explosion. So they're always quite interesting because you have to try and make them work at the right time, and if they don't work at the right time everybody expects something and then there's nothing there. And a lot of the time you always have to make sure that there's nobody stood at the side of them that's going to get a shock. It does make us laugh if that happens, but you're not supposed to do that. So those are quite interesting. Those are extra things that you have to look out for and extra things that make your job a little bit more interesting.